I am pushing this newsletter through, so I wanted to speak some of it because we're about to have a whole new crop of fundamentals of astrology Austin year one students, and they are going to take up a bunch of my time. So I want to push this out here and make sure that you, people on my mailing list, can have the option of working with me in the rest of June and in July. Uh, One-on-one readings is really where it's at. We can dig into what's going on in your chart with your planets. And these are not shapes that are the same every year. So if we talked about things over the last few years, um, this is a major turning point. And the reason it's true for everyone is that it's happening on a mass scale and it's affecting and impacting all of us. So I want to keep you oriented where you want to be oriented and keeping priorities for you in your life balanced in a way where you're still really engaging with what matters to you. And we can see those shapes. We can see what is the relationship with the children? What is the relationship to particular family? How is this divorce going? What is going on with the foundation of my house? Will I get the new job? Should I do this thing on my own? We have so many questions all the time in lives, and I want to offer a space to talk it through. Astrology is giving us something that is really visual. So much of it is geometry, where we're saying this part of life has a strong relationship to this other part, and we can describe it by the planet. And then you can see through your own expertise on your own life how well that fits you. And honestly, we are all making a way of looking at the world, right? So when you come and sit with one model, astrology is one model of speaking to a complex living system. Uh, One model can match with what you know and affirm things that maybe you suspected was true about you. And that affirmation I've seen really take hold and blossom in people to where they've come back and had a, a confidence in who they are and what the next step is and how life is unfolding and we do year ahead readings. What I'm focusing on right now is actually two things. One is the parenting workshop that I gave last, I think it was the last quarter. No, the first quarter of 2024. We did it in February. So I sat with a bunch of parents and astrologers, and we did a two-part, 2-day workshop and all about how I work with parents and how I look at your relationship with your children in the chart. So I've worked through all the meetings I've had with parents, and now I'm opening that back up. So if you want an astrology reading, but you are also a parent, this is a really good space for that. So I love talking to parents. I used to work as a family advocate, and there are truths that we can pull out of your chart and how it relates to your fifth house and some of the lots. We have all these techniques for looking at stuff in astrology. So yeah, parents. The other thing that I have thought so much about and keep having really generative talks with clients about is really anyone who has Saturn in Pisces. So those of you who are going through your Saturn return, we can do a Saturn return reading. This is just all of my reading structures are pretty open so that if you get a parent reading, you don't have to be the parent the whole time. We can talk about any of the other parts of life that go into making you who you are. We're not just one of the things that we do. I hope that you skim the rest of this newsletter. And if you made it this far, I have some pretty exciting offerings for astrology nerds, for students. We're doing a Mercury walk through the bounds. So we're going to talk about Mercury every week in the consideration before judgment membership space. And that's been fun so far. It's a way to learn about one of those smaller divisions in the zodiac, and we're going to pay attention throughout the year. That's just included with all the same group stuff. I think that's it for this moment. I'm going to end this video and finish my little blog post on Jupiter and Gemini. I hope to see more of you. Hope to see more of you. I moved recently, so I have an office that is super functional. I have time and space, advocacy skills, trauma awareness. Your trauma is welcome. We don't have to make it about that. It's just I will probably not be super prone to say the wrong things. All right. Hoping to see you soon. Bye, everybody.